Alright, how's it going, guys? So today what we're going to be doing is CompTIA A+ 1102 practice quiz number 1. I believe this is the first practice quiz that we've done for 1102 exclusively, so that's what we're going to do today. Just for a little background too, and just for you guys knowing, I actually thought that the CompTIA A+ 1102 exam was probably the easiest CompTIA exam I've taken. It was the only CompTIA exam where I was just kind of clicking away at answers like, yep, I know this one, I know this one, I know this one. But yeah, I think this exam was a pretty easy one. Definitely easier than 1101. I want to say partially it was easy because of just using computers your whole life, or my whole life, and just knowing software and things like that. But without further ado, we're gonna get right into the video. So question 1, which of the following operating systems is the most suitable for a home user who wants to browse the internet and use productivity applications? So we have Windows 10 Home, Arch Linux, Windows Server 2016, or Windows 10 Pro. Now, the one that's going to be the most suitable for a home user, of course, is going to be Windows 10. The easiest one for anyone to use. Alright, question 2. Which of the following is the default port for HTTPS traffic? We have port 80, port 445, port 143, or 443. So, we do know if we're studying for our ports, if we were paying attention while we were studying, we would know that the secure version of HTTP, which is port 80, is going to be 443. So that's what we would use for secure traffic. Now, question 3. A technician is troubleshooting a laptop that powers on but does not display anything on the screen. Which of the following should the technician try first? So for our options, we have check the brightness using the FN key or the function key, reinstall the operating system, replace the laptop's motherboard, or perform a BIOS update. Now, what we would want to try as a technician first, the first thing we would want to do, so the laptop already powers on. So what we would try then is to check the brightness using the FN key, because it honestly might just be all the way turned down, and you want to always try the easiest thing first. So question 4. Which of the following security threats is characterized by unauthorized access to sensitive data through deceptive email messages? So we have phishing, Trojan horse, ransomware, and tailgating. So we know deceptive email messaging, that is the most likely one that is going to be with this, is phishing. Question 5. Which of the following network types is commonly used to connect computers within a small geographical area, such as a home or office? So we have PAN, WAN, LAN, or MAN. So the one that's going to help us the most with setting up a network in a small geographical area such as a home or office, the most likely one is going to be a LAN, or a local area network, is what we would use for that. Now, question 6. A user receives an email with an attachment that has an unusual file extension. What should the user do to ensure the attachment is safe before opening it? So we have forward the email to the IT department for analysis, rename the file extension to a known format, delete the email without opening the attachment, or run an antivirus scan on the attachment. So the best thing you can do in this situation, since you don't actually know, or it didn't say explicitly in the question that this file is malicious, all it says that it's an unusual file extension. So it could just be any file extension that you don't know. Like for instance, if you're used to seeing like a JPEG file, but you see like a WebP, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be malicious. So what we would do is we just run an antivirus scan on the attachment, just to make sure. Now, question 7. Which of the following is the correct IPv6 loopback address? So we have FE80, ::1, 169.254.0.1, and 127.0.0.1. So we would know that the correct IPv6 loopback address, we know that 127.0.0.1, this is an IP4 loopback address, and the loopback address for IPv6 is going to be : :1. It's going to be very easy. Kind of hard to remember at first, but you'll remember it while you're studying. we have question 8 now. Which of the following types of malware is designed to gather sensitive information such as login credentials and credit card numbers by intercepting network traffic? So we have adware, keylogger, rootkit, or spyware. So the most likely one that we're going to be analyzing here, or the one that we're going to choose as an answer, is going to be spyware, because it says by intercepting network traffic. I know that keylogger would be kind of a tempting one to go with, but the only thing is that a keylogger typically doesn't send over network traffic, so it would be spyware. A lot of keyloggers are hardware based, so yeah, just pointing that out. Question 9. Which of the following is the correct command to launch the task manager in Windows 10? So we have task mgr, msconfig, journalctl, or cmd. Now, this was a really easy one. I'm pretty sure anybody that hasn't even studied at all could answer this one. It's just a shortened version for task manager, but it's task manager right here. And last but not least, question 10. A user reports that their computer takes a long time to boot up and is running slowly. Which of the following should the technician do first to troubleshoot this issue? So we have check for malware and viruses, check task manager for applications using a lot of resources at startup, or reinstall the operating system, or defrag the hard drive. Now, what you would want to go with for this one, what you would usually do first is you'd want to check task manager for applications using a lot of resources at startup, and you would actually do that in the startup tab in task manager. After that, you would probably check for malware and viruses, but first what you'd want to do is check task manager and then go and check startup. And that was it for this one, guys. I hope you got a lot of value out of this video, and I hope that you learned something as well. If you didn't really know something or you needed something solidified, maybe something popped up that you didn't know and now you know it, so that's great as well. So I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you got a lot of value out of this one, and I will see you guys next time.